Hey everyone, so in this video, I'm just going to go over the new epic weapons cache that has been released in the game. There are 3 5-star weapons on this wheel as per usual. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more content and information about The Walking Dead Road to Survival. And now we'll jump right into it. The first weapon is Kippur's Savage 6 shooter, and the gun itself doesn't look that amazing. Like usually we see new weapons and we're like, ooh, something shiny, but this one is almost a bit disappointing in the design, and then when we look at the stats on it, it's kind of interesting and kind of all over the place because Kippur is mainly a defensive toon, but this weapon seems kind of offensive, mainly because it has plus 35% attack, a huge bonus to AP when attacking, and then leech life. So when attacking, a better chance to regain HP by 120% of the damage. Now, if Kippur was actually holding this weapon, he would not be regaining that much HP just because his attack stat isn't very high compared to his defense as well as his HP. The 4th slot is a good stat, and in one of my recent videos I actually talked about a bleed team 3.0 and how pain spread is a great way to actually spread the bleed around, and because bleed stacks, it can be a super effective weapon to use on a team like that. This weapon in itself is just really curious because the composition says attack weapon, but then the name is a defensive toon. This is not a weapon I would ever give Kippur. I do like the pain spread quite a bit because I know that stat is quite difficult to craft, but the leech life just doesn't get me. I have yet to see a leech life weapon be really effective. If any of you guys have any great ideas for this weapon, feel free to let me know in the comments section below. I would love to hear what your ideas are. I know that pain spread would be really effective. I just can't for the life of me think of something regarding leech life. The weapon could be okay on the gentleman just because he has such high attacking power and lower HP comparatively, or even Krista, but at the same time, these are 2 toons that I would rather have a splash weapon on. Next in the weapons cache, we come across a very defensive weapon that is naturally defensive, Solange's Enervating Shovel. It has 30% HP, 15% defense, AP down, which is just the normal AP down, so when being attacked, a better chance to cause minus 30 AP to the enemy, which is something you can usually craft anyway. And then the last stat, I'm not really thrilled for either. So for every 20% AP, you regain 5% HP, which is a quarter. I don't know, it just seems to be a very small amount. I guess if you have a toon that is a fast rushing toon, then if they gain, say, 30 AP a turn, that could actually be about 50% AP, so they would gain 10% HP back, which is still quite a small amount. This weapon just does not wow me. It really doesn't help that this is a weapon that you could craft, and some weapons actually come with a base 30% HP and AP down when being attacked naturally. So why would I be paying or using my coins to get this weapon when I could just wait and pull from 4-star weapon tokens or elite weapon tokens and potentially get a weapon that is just as good as this one, which also would exclude the 4th stat, which isn't that good. I don't see what the appeal is on this weapon, and I would have liked to see something different. Even the minus 50 AP when being attacked would have been an upgrade. Also, because the weapon's already a 5-star weapon, you would have to use more resources and more expensive resources in order to make any adjustments. So honestly, I would just wait for I think it's an axe that has 30% HP and AP down when being attacked, the exact same base as this weapon, excluding the 4th slot, and then just crafting on more defense and HP to it. Like, here's the weapon that I actually have that I got for free just from pulling, I think, from 4-star weapon tokens, and I've upgraded it to be a perfect defensive weapon. And all these upgrades that I did to it are already cheaper than one upgrade that I would have to do on the 5-star weapon. So if I were you, I would not be pulling for this weapon on the wheel. I don't think it's very valuable. Now, for the last weapon that's on the wheel, that's a 5-star at least, I believe we've had Leon's Careful Blade before. It's another defensive weapon, so 30% HP, 20% defense, bonus defense, so plus 30% defense when being attacked, by enemies with more than 70% of their HP. This weapon also reduces damage over time effects by 20%. So that would be like bleed or burn. I can't really think of anything else that's damage over time effects. So it's very specific and limited. Overall, I think this weapon wheel, this weapons cache, is just not very good, and I would save my coins. The only thing you should be going for on this weapon wheel would be the armory tokens themselves, but I'm not sure what the drop rate is like. It doesn't break down how many tokens you could potentially get. Like, you can get up to 100,000, I think it says, but that's probably like 0.01%. Meanwhile, you might get, 1,000 armory tokens a pull, maybe. I'm not exactly sure what the odds are, but I have not seen a lot of favorable odds from wheels like this. So my opinion, don't pull on this weapon wheel. Wait until the next one, because there's always going to be another one coming around, and hopefully the next one will have better weapons in it, ones that, would actually help your offensive team. Like if we saw an alert pistol that did double attack, I would probably jump on that myself, because that type of weapon would go really well on any high damage dealing tune. Or if we saw like an absolute defense tough weapon. So I'm just looking for weapons that are off trait basically, because off trait weapons that you can't craft, those show value to me. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching and listening to my video.